The Exodus has long been revered as a cornerstone of Jewish identity, a profound narrative that has inspired generations of people seeking freedom and justice. From the dramatic plagues that shook the foundations of ancient Egypt to the miraculous parting of the Red Sea, the story of Moses leading his people out of bondage has become a universal symbol of liberation. Yet, beneath the layers of faith and tradition lies a quest to uncover the historical truth behind this legendary event. As the sun rose over the Nile, casting a warm glow across the grandeur of the pyramids, the young Moses stood transfixed, his gaze fixed upon the towering monuments that embodied the might of the Egyptian empire. Born into a family of Hebrew slaves, he had grown up in the shadow of these colossal structures, a constant reminder of the oppression his people endured under the rule of Pharaoh Ramses II. Moses' early life had been one of privilege, raised in the royal household and educated alongside the children of the elite. But beneath the veneer of luxury, a deep unease had taken root within him, a growing awareness of the injustices faced by his fellow Israelites. The lash of the whip, the back-breaking labor, and the cries of the downtrodden had all left an indelible mark on his conscience. One fateful day, as Moses witnessed an Egyptian overseer brutally beating a Hebrew slave, something within him snapped. In a moment of rage, he struck the man down, an act that would forever alter the course of his life. Forced to flee the kingdom, he found solace in the vast wilderness of the Sinai Peninsula, where he encountered a divine presence that would transform him into a prophet and the reluctant leader of his people. It was here, amidst the rugged terrain and the solitude of the desert, that Moses received his calling. The burning bush, the voice of God, the promise of liberation, these were the foundations upon which the Exodus would be built. With a newfound sense of purpose, Moses returned to Egypt, determined to confront the mighty Pharaoh and demand the freedom of the Israelites. The confrontation that followed was nothing short of epic. Ramses II, the powerful ruler who had built his empire on the backs of slave labor, refused to heed Moses' pleas. Instead, he unleashed a series of plagues that devastated the land, culminating in the death of the firstborn sons. Faced with such calamity, the Pharaoh finally relented, granting the Israelites their freedom and setting in motion the greatest mass exodus in history. As the Israelites fled Egypt, the Red Sea parting before them, Moses led his people on a perilous journey through the unforgiving Sinai. The harsh desert conditions, the scarcity of food and water, and the constant threat of pursuit by the Egyptian army tested the limits of human endurance. Yet, through it all, the Israelites clung to the promise of a new homeland, a land flowing with milk and honey, where they could finally live in freedom and peace. The Exodus has become more than just a historical event. It is a testament to the human spirit, a story of resilience, faith, and the unbreakable desire for liberty. For the Jewish people, it is a foundational narrative that has shaped their identity and their collective memory, a symbol of their struggle against oppression and their unwavering belief in the power of divine intervention. But as the centuries have passed, the question of the Exodus's historical authenticity has become a subject of intense debate. Did this legendary event truly occur, or is it merely a myth, a story woven to give meaning and purpose to a people's past? The quest to uncover the truth has led modern scholars and archaeologists on a journey of their own, sifting through the sands of time in search of evidence that might either confirm or challenge the biblical account. As we embark on this exploration, we must be prepared to confront the complexities of history, the nuances of faith, and the enduring power of the human imagination. For the Exodus is not just a story of the past. It is a narrative that continues to resonate in the present, inspiring movements for social justice and serving as a beacon of hope for those who dare to dream of a world free from bondage. Chapter 2. In the arid deserts of the Sinai Peninsula, where the sands of time have long since buried the relics of ancient civilizations, a new generation of explorers and archaeologists have dedicated their lives to uncovering the truth behind the Exodus. Armed with the latest technologies and a relentless pursuit of knowledge, these modern-day investigators have embarked on a quest to unravel the mysteries that have long shrouded one of the most significant events in human history. At the forefront of this archaeological endeavor stands William F. Albright, a renowned scholar whose meticulous work has shed light on the complex relationship between the biblical narrative and the physical evidence left behind by the Israelites. Albright's excavations in the Sinai have yielded a treasure trove of artifacts, each one a tantalizing clue that brings the Exodus story closer to life. When we first began our work in the Sinai, the landscape was a blank canvas, devoid of any obvious signs of the Israelites' journey. Albright recounts, his weathered face etched with the determination of a man who has spent decades in the field. But as we peeled back the layers of the earth, we began to uncover a mosaic of evidence that has forever changed our understanding of this pivotal event. One of the most significant discoveries made by Albright's team was the remains of an ancient settlement nestled in the heart of the Sinai Desert. This site, which we've come to call Kadesh Barnea, aligns remarkably well with the biblical account of the Israelites' encampment during their exodus from Egypt, Albright explains, his eyes alight with the thrill of scientific discovery. The pottery shards, the stone foundations, and the remnants of daily life all point to a sizable population that once called this place home. Alongside these tangible artifacts, Albright and his colleagues have also unearthed ancient inscriptions that seem to corroborate the Exodus narrative. We've found hieroglyphic carvings that reference the Habiru people, a term that is often associated with the Israelites in Egyptian records, he says, his brow furrowed with the weight of interpreting these enigmatic symbols. These inscriptions suggest that the Israelites were not merely a myth, but a real presence in the ancient Near East. Yet, the quest for truth is not without its challenges. As Albright well knows, the interpretation of archaeological evidence is a delicate and often contentious process, with scholars and historians debating the significance of each new discovery. The Exodus is a complex and multifaceted event, and the evidence we've uncovered is often open to multiple interpretations, he acknowledges. It's our responsibility to approach this task with the utmost rigor and objectivity, weighing each piece of evidence against the broader historical context. Across the Sinai, other archaeologists have joined the search, each contributing their unique expertise and perspectives to the ongoing dialogue. Eric Klein, a professor of classics and anthropology, has focused his efforts on examining the material culture of ancient Canaan, the land that the Israelites were said to have conquered after their exodus from Egypt. The archaeological record in Canaan reveals a fascinating picture of a society in transition during the Late Bronze Age, the very period when the biblical account places the Israelite conquest, Klein explains, his eyes alight with scholarly passion. We've found evidence of destroyed settlements, abandoned cities, and a shift in material culture that aligns with the biblical narrative of the Israelites' arrival and subsequent settlement. Yet, Klein is quick to caution against drawing definitive conclusions. The archaeological evidence is never a perfect mirror of the past, he says, his brow furrowed with the weight of scholarly responsibility. We must be careful not to force the data to fit our preconceived notions or to make leaps of faith that go beyond the evidence at hand. As the debate continues to rage among scholars, the search for the truth behind the Exodus remains an ongoing and deeply personal journey for those who have dedicated their lives to uncovering the past. For Albright, Klein, and their fellow researchers, the quest is not merely an academic exercise, but a profound exploration of the human experience, one that has the power to shape our understanding of faith, identity, and the very foundations of our shared history. The Exodus is more than just a story. Albright reflects, his gaze fixed on the distant horizon. It is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a symbol of hope that has inspired generations to fight for their freedom. And as we continue to unravel its mysteries, we may just find that the truth is even more remarkable than the myth.